At its core, siblings rivalry is not simply about siblings not getting along. It is fueled by entitlement, where one or more siblings feel like they deserve more love, they deserve more attention, or even more resources. Where they feel like they should be favored because of birth order, because of gender, or even perceived achievement. Where they feel that their worth is measured against the other siblings' performance or failure. You know, this entitlement often manifests as competition. It manifests as sabotage, as jealousy, or even subtle hostility that can last, into adulthood. And at the the root cause of all this is parents. And let me not just say parents, unhealed parents. This entitlement is rarely born from the siblings themselves. It comes from parental bias. Parents consciously or unconsciously create the soil for rivalry when they compare their children. Why can't you be more like your brother? Why can't you be more like your sister? When they reward achievement in one child but ignore the effort of the other. Nice work out. Where they favor one based on gender roles. The boy should carry the family name, even if the boy is not accountable. The girl is more delicate and should be protected, even if that girl is not that delicate. Where they use one child as the golden child and the other child as the scapegoat. Instead of discernment, this is now seeing each child's unique essence and guiding them individually. Parents practice bias. This is judging, where you're judging children against each other. Sibling rivalry seems normal. It's okay, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's how we are. But it is deeply toxic because, one, it destroys natural bonds. Siblings who should be allies, they become competitors. Number two, it creates identity wounds. Children begin to define themselves not by who they are, but by who they are in relation to their sibling. Number three, it breeds resentment. Instead of unconditional love, siblings grow into adults with unspoken grudges. And lastly, number four, it replicates in the society. These unresolved dynamics, as we are seeing, they extend into workplaces, they extend into friendships and even marriages, ending up creating cycles of comparisons and sabotage. Sibling rivalry is not just about family. It is about distorted love and misplaced identity. When a child doesn't feel seen as themselves, they either fight for visibility, which now creates rivalry, or they withdraw into invisibility, which is self-neglect. The deeper truth is that bias fractures identity, while discernment nurtures uniqueness. Parents are meant to be gardeners of individuality, not referees of competition. Like, for example, imagine two brothers. One is academically gifted and the other is creative but struggles in school. Now, the parents praise the gifted one and constantly remind the creative one to work harder like your brother, work harder like your brother. Now, the creative brother grows resentful, not of school, but of his brother. He starts mocking, he starts sabotaging, or even distancing himself. Now, decades later, their adult relationship is tense, not because of who they are, but because of how they were positioned against each other by biased parenting. Breaking free from this sibling rivalry means that parents need to practice discernment. This is recognizing that each child carries a unique blueprint and then nurturing them accordingly. It means adults confronting their inner child wounds, releasing the resentment that was never truly about their sibling, but about their parents' bias. You know, it means reframing siblings as allies on different paths rather than competitors on the same track. You know, in short, sibling rivalry is not natural. It is conditioned. And it thrives in households where bias overshadows discernment. And it can only be healed by returning to uniqueness, by acceptance and unconditional respect. My people, heal. Heal.